Hi there, welcome to my channel. I am doing a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. This will be a general reading, so it won't be for every single person that watches the video, as you know. I hope you're all doing well in this crazy time and staying safe. We will definitely get through this. Just have to make sure you're doing the right thing. So, Sagittarius, I'm going to do a 10-card Celtic cross spread, and then I'm going to pick 3 extra cards just for a little bit more insight and guidance. Okay, so let me just shuffle this one more time. This reading is for Sagittarius. If you like it, if it resonates, please like it or share it, subscribe, leave me a comment. If you want a private reading, all that information is on my homepage. My email address will be below the video. Okay, here we go. So 10 cards, please, for Sagittarius. 3 of Swords, Ace of Cups. I'm getting this card a lot recently. 10 of Cups, the Lovers, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Okay, and then we'll pick one from this deck. 1 card, please, for Sagittarius. 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 Okay. Say no. 1 card here, please, for Sagittarius. 1 card, please, for Sagittarius. 1 card, please, for Sagittarius. Thank you. Chop wood. Last deck. 1 card, please, for Sagittarius. 1 card, please, for Sagittarius. 1 card. Okay. Hold on. 1 card, please, for Sagittarius. Just need 1. Thank you very much. 1 card. Seeing clearly. Okay, so we have all our cards here. Let's just get them all organized so we can read them properly. Let's put all of our Buddha and our crystals on all of them for some more beautiful, positive energy. Okay, then we'll begin the reading. If I feel a little bit confused about a card, I'll ask for another clarification card or as many as we need to get the message. My believe stone, believe. And every card has a stone. There we go. Okay, so your first card is the 3 of Swords. This card represents you. This card represents you in terms of the question you asked, or like what's going on in your world, what you're struggling with right now, your current situation. And the 3 of Swords is one of the dreaded cards in the Tarot deck. Life does sometimes bring us these moments, and this card signifies that. It represents a new raw pain. It can be a major situation, such as finding your lover unfaithful, or a smaller one, such as cutting and hurtful words from a trusted friend. Swords represent truth, and in this case this is a case of the truth hurting very much indeed. So I just feel like I want to bring another card into this situation. And I want to bring another card for a little bit more guidance and clarity here for my Sagittarius friends. One more card here for the Three of Swords, clarifying for my Sagittarius friends. And you got the Devil. It's a Capricorn card. So, and it's a major message. It's a major arcana card. So, this card, again, the Devil card is rarely a pleasant one. It suggests bondage or addiction or a dangerous practice, substance, situation, or person. Less extreme and less dangerous, it can represent overindulgences of any sort, eating, drinking, sexual activity, staying up late, etc. These may be unhealthy, and the appearance of this card in a reading may remind you to adopt a more moderate practice. Being held captive by your passions might feel like fun for a short time, but such imbalance is never a good long-term plan. And then the Ace of Cups is what's crossing you. This card represents the gift of love. This can take the form of a new romantic interest, a creative desire, or a spiritual awakening. At this time, your life is filled with possibilities and abundant, joyful emotions. All you need to do is embrace the moment and use that energy for the start of something wonderful. So that's what's crossing you, Sagittarius. It's a great card to have crossing you for sure. It's a gift of love. You're receiving a gift of love, either in a new romantic interest, a creative desire, or a spiritual awakening. All you need to do is embrace the wonderful moment and use that energy to start something wonderful. So just be careful, you know, balance, moderation. If you're, I know, like in my house, I have 2 teenage boys, so they're staying up late and they're sleeping in till like the afternoon, and it's really challenging to, you know, because they're on Snapchat and all that stuff with their friends. So just make sure you're not going overboard a little bit, okay? This is just a clarification card for the Ace of Cups. The Gift of Love card. And you got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups talks about, it's a card that promises a strong and passionate relationship. Such a relationship brings beauty and power to life. While this can be a romantic relationship, it could also mean any such union of people, groups, ideas, or talent. The key here is the coming together of 2 things that creates a third thing that is in and of itself powerful, beautiful, and passionate. So this is one of my favorite cards in the deck, the Two of Cups. So you and another person together make something very powerful, beautiful, and passionate. So it's 2 people, 2 things that come together that create a third thing, which is very, by itself, powerful, beautiful, and passionate. So this is awesome. This is a really great card, okay? Your third card is the Ten of Cups. Your third card represents your foundation. This card illustrates the basis or foundation of the situation. So the Ten of Cups talks about or represents that Ideal family life. You're very lucky. This card hardly needs any explanation. It is nothing more and nothing less than an ideal family life. For you, this can mean just that. Or it can represent the components of such a life: a safe, comfortable place to live, and people, either friends or family, to share your life. So that's a beautiful card for your foundation card. It is about having people to share your joys and support you through your sorrows. So that's pretty much self-explanatory. We'll take that. Thank you very much. Your fourth card is the Lovers. And this card represents your past. This card shows influences from the past that are affecting the present situation. It's a major arcana card, so it's a major message. So make sure you take note of this. And the Lovers stands for or represents a choice to be made. More importantly, it represents different ways to make decisions. When this card comes up, again, this represents your past, but it's affecting your situation. So maybe stuff from your past is making you think a certain way. When this card comes up in a reading, you are being asked to consider carefully how you make the important decision before you. Do you follow your heart? Do you do what makes sense? This card suggests that there is a way to marry the head and heart so that wise, balanced decisions can be made. So I'm going to get another card for that one, just to give us some more clarity. So sometimes, you know, the cards will say, you know, use logic, use your mind, your brain, be smart about this, be wise. And then sometimes it says, just follow your heart. Just go with what your heart is telling you. And this time, this decision that you have to make, these choices that are in front of you, they're saying you need to use your heart, go with what your heart is telling you, but you got to be smart about it. Okay, so another card, please, for some clarification on the Lovers card here for Sagittarius. Thank you. Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands card talks about, with this card, someone or something has put a block in your path. Before you can move forward and continue on your journey, you have to face a challenge. You need to be brave, strong, and confident. This is not a fight to ignore. There's too much at stake. You cannot afford to give up. You must defend yourself. Okay, so hopefully that resonates with you. I'm going to take another card, actually, just to get some more clarification on this. Another clarifying card, please, over the Seven of Wands for Sagittarius. One more card for over the Seven of Wands for more clarification, please. Thank you. One more. Yeah, there it is. Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups talks about this card. This is a card of sweetness, kindness, and innocence. The Six of Cups brings with it memories of happy times in the past. It can represent a time of sweet, simple joys, or it can be something larger, perhaps a passionate pursuit or beloved creative endeavor that you let go of will return to your life. It could be a harbinger of someone from your past whom you would welcome back into your life. So maybe someone's coming back from your past. That's exciting. Okay, and then your fifth card is the King of Swords. This card represents your immediate future. This card illustrates what is likely to happen next. And they're talking about the King of Swords. So they're going to describe someone, either you or someone you know, to help figure out what this message is here. So this king they're talking about leads by intellectual ideals. He does not seek to inspire passion or have his people love him. He uses intelligence, objectivity, and analysis to decide what is right, fair, and just. These are the ideals he upholds for himself and for those around him. He leads by example. His standards are very high. He expects a lot of those around him. He has no patience for anyone who doesn't do their best or who doesn't share the same ideals. He can lack compassion for what he may perceive as weakness and is intolerant of uncontrolled emotional outbursts. So, hopefully you know what they're talking, who they're talking about here with this King of Swords. And then your crowning card, can't see that here, hold on. They're talking about the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, your crowning card, this card represents the outcome you desire most in this situation. So they're describing, usually it's a female, doesn't have to be, but they're describing this queen is very down to earth. Something bothering you, she'll offer fresh baked cookies or a pot of soup. She loves to garden, cook, bake, sew, do-it-yourself projects, or anything that can make her environment more beautiful, comfortable, and efficient. And she is very good at everything she does. She loves to make plans and lists, and loves even more to cross things off those lists. She is practical and efficient. She can run the perfect household or a successful business with equal grace. While she enjoys external recognition, she gets even more satisfaction through accomplishing her projects. She can become too focused on the material world. For example, in trying to create the perfect birthday party, she may neglect the little birthday girl who wants to help. So this person has something to do with your spread today. The King of Swords and then the Queen there. Your seventh card is the Five of Swords, and this card represents yourself. This is your self-image, how you see yourself in this situation. How you see yourself in this situation. This card says, represents the end of an argument or clash of some sort. The winner is ambitious and may have won by aggressive or less than honorable methods. It indicates a situation where someone has put her needs above the needs of others and is concerned only for her own interests. You will know if you are the winner or the one running away. So let's get a little bit more clarification on this one. Can I have a clarifying card, please, for the Five of Swords? Clarifying card for the Five of Swords. Clarifying card for the Five of Swords, please. Clarifying card for the Five of Swords. 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 Okay, thank you. And you got the Empress. So this is a Major Arcana card, major message. The Empress card shows a time of natural growth. Your role is to nurture without forcing or neglecting your project. Pay attention to where you are in the cycle of your project or situation and take the proper steps. There is great potential for abundance if good care is given. This may require action on your part, or it may require a time of waiting. Okay, so this is your seventh card, how you see yourself. Your role is to nurture without forcing or neglecting your project. Pay attention to where you are in the cycle of your project or situation and take the proper steps. There is great potential for abundance if good care is given. This may require action on your part, or it may require a time of waiting. I think that I should maybe just take another card for that one. Can I have another card, please, over the Empress for a little bit more clarity, guidance? Another card, please, over the Empress. One more card, please. One more card, please, over the Empress. Okay, thank you. The Magician. Another major arcana card, major message. The Magician. So this card indicates that it is time to focus on your goals, applying your determination and skill to achieving those goals. Everything you need is available, and you have the ability necessary. Move forward with confidence because this card suggests success in your endeavors. This is a magical moment filled with potential, just waiting to be realized. So it's time to focus on your goals, applying your determination and skill to achieve these goals. And everything you need is available to you. Just move forward with confidence, because this card is telling you or suggesting success in your endeavors. Okay? And your eighth card represents your environment. You got the Two of Swords. This card represents the influences of those around you. It can show you how others see you in this situation. So the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords talks about it represents a difficult situation. So right now you might feel like you're in a difficult situation. You're dealing with two conflicting ideas or a challenging decision, but you are not willing to face the situation. You've closed your eyes to it. Rather than view it rationally, your emotions are distracting you. The Two of Swords suggests that this situation would benefit more from a rational decision than from an emotional one. It can also represent a truce or stalemate. So this is telling you that you have a difficult decision to make and you have to use logic, okay? Your ninth card represents your hopes and fears, and you got the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you hope for or fear the most in this situation. And this card represents a strong, secure foundation, usually based on family ties, whether a home or business. It also deals with legacies received and given. You may either receive a legacy or small winnings to invest for the future, or you may acquire a home or business of your own, creating security for you and your loved ones. Another possibility is investing in the community in some way through a scholarship fund or civic improvement. This card could play out several ways, but however it does, it'll be good, prosperous, and beneficial to you and your loved ones. And then your outcome card is the Knight of Wands. This card indicates the probable outcome if all things are to remain as they are. So they're going to describe to you a knight, usually a male, doesn't have to be. This knight is impetuous, impatient, generous, and ambitious. He is willing to go anywhere and do anything, and is happiest when he has a clear goal. He is probably very popular and the type of person people like to be around. He is given to grand gestures that spring from the best intentions. For example, he'd give the coat off his back even if it leaves him without a coat. But he can be undependable Because he is impatient and impetuous, he can lose interest in the task at hand and run after the next shiny new challenge. Okay, so that just gives you some insight on that individual. Your first clarification card says to say no. Say no. The ego is exposing you to behaviors and circumstances that aren't in your best interest. This is your first card going back, okay? It's keeping you from being self-loving and honoring your spirit. Be aware of these toxic conditions and say no to them. Whether your ego is conditioning indulgences of body, emotion, or thinking, or is exposing you to people and things that are unconscious and unloving, you know in your heart that the influences around you are harmful. Reflect on what behavior, association, or thought is bringing you down. In which area are you moving against the flow of your spirit? In what way are you ignoring the guidance of your higher self? What choices, situations, behaviors, or people are toxic to you? Your divine creator has given you the gift of free will and allows you to make all choices in your life. You are free to make them, but you are not free of their consequences. Examine the circumstances you face now and recognize which choices brought you where you are. Then say no to the negative and toxic ones. Love and value your spirit enough to reject what doesn't serve you. Divine forces will help you once you decide to love yourself enough to firmly say no. Your second clarification card here is a major arcana, so major message here, and it says seeing clearly. It's time to view things from a different perspective. You have the blessed gift to see past the current situation and envision amazing possibilities. Don't worry, the pause in momentum while you rethink your plan won't last. Embrace your uniqueness and allow it to serve you. And I'll just give you a little bit more information on this card. You are uniquely able to look past the current situation and envision endless possibilities. If events haven't been moving forward as quickly as you'd like, it's because heaven has a better path laid out for you. Try looking at things from a different perspective and you'll be pleasantly surprised by the opportunities that are currently open to you. The present pause in the action is temporary. You may be called upon to set aside your own priorities in order to help someone else with his or her needs. It's all right to rush to another's aid as long as you set boundaries and then return to your own goals at the proper time. Additional meanings of this card is embracing your own uniqueness, giving to others in a balanced, healthy way, working for the higher good, changing priorities, original ideas. And then your last card, clarification card, is this one right here, chop wood. That basically is just saying being grounded in everyday experience, humility. The oracle's message, the divine message is there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to be let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engaged in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. The relationship message: nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, it really is. The prosperity message: now is the time to take small steps rather than larger leaps on the journey to creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the greater plan for the life you aspire to see manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb advises, or wash dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing all that, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. And lastly, your protection message: are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you have begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, "Take one step towards the gods, and they will take 10 steps towards you." Okay, so Sagittarius, I hope you liked the reading. If it resonated with you, please like it or share. If you know any more Sagittarians, leave me a comment, and be safe. Take care of each other in this crazy time. We'll get through it. Okay? Take care. Bye.